I finished Mandragora Whispers of the Witch Tree. Let's talk about this. Mandragora is 2.5D action RPG mixed with the Metroidvania style progression and also with Dark Souls elements. You will choose one of the available classes and you will go throughout the world fighting enemies and collecting for yourself a powerful loot that will give you edge over the bosses that looming in the world. Also, you will be transforming collectible loot into a crafting properties that you will be able to use with one of the 7 crafters available to you and to really make you more powerful and able to solve everything that is going on in this world. At the beginning, you can choose a class, a starting class, one of the 6 classes available right now. You can choose a Vanguard, Flame Weaver, Spellbinder, Nightshade, Wild Warden, or Vindicator. Each of them got the specific playstyle that you can go for. For example, Vanguard is your sword and board guy or a two-hander where you are slashing enemies with powerful swings and you are trying to crush them. Or you can play as a Nightshade, which is a roguelike class where you will be trying to poison your daggers, give them a lot of poison, and also sneak from the behind in the combat and stab them to their backs. If you want to go for something magical, you can, for example, play a Wild Weaver, which can heal yourself, or you can cast a powerful lightning spells to strike your enemies down. What is really cool about this idea is that you have this starting class, right? You will pick one of those 6 and you will dive into the world. But that's not where the thing ends. When you level up your class to level 25, you can start mix and match all the classes together. For example, you can have your warrior that will be like slashing your enemies up and close and trying to go for the bleed on your enemies. And also you can mix it with the poison build of the Nightshade. So you will be trying to dodge roll behind their backs and slash them from behind. You can mix it with Flame Weaver and try to go for some magic as well. One condition there is that based on your offhand, that's what you can kinda use. Each of the classes got a specific offhand that needs to help in case you want to cast those spells. So that's the only thing that you have to care about if you want to pick your class and make right decisions around that. So while you will be running around the world and slaying enemies, you will collect the souls. And if you collect enough souls, you will be able to level up your character. On the board that you can see when you first time open your talent tree, there is a lot of nodes that you can progress into. Throughout the small nodes, there are 3 types. There are small nodes that give you stats. There are bigger ones that are based on of 3 that you can choose every time you put point into those. When you put 3 points into those, you will get another passive bonus. And there are the big ones that you are really focusing on to unlock, and they are really enhancing what you are going for. For example, in my case, what I played, because I played a sword and board character, I went for the bleeding build. I was focusing on that. I went for the deep wounds, which increase the chance that I inflict bleed upon my enemies and also increase the time that they had to bleed. Also, I went for hemorrhage, so with crit strikes, I was able to crit with my bleeding effect. And also, I went for the blood craze. Every time I inflict bleed upon my enemies, I would heal a little bit. There are a lot of things that going together, but also, when I went later on, I spec into the different class. I went for the fire mage, and there is kind of interesting thing that you can, from the side of the boards, you can go to left or right respectively where you are, and you can dive into the board on the side. So for example, for me, there was on the left side is a Flame Weaver, and there is a node that if I will strike enemies 4 times with melee combat, I will increase my own attack speed, which was insanely good because I was able to inflict more bleed, more healing, and more stuff. So that was kind of interesting. But on level 25, you can pick the main node of the different class and you can start growing from whenever you want. So you can, for example, mix it with the Nightshade and go for a little bit of poison. So when you crit, you will give them poison too. So there's kind of a lot of thoughts going into this that you can create really special class for you. What I have to say, right from the get-go when I started the game and started running in the way of my quest, I have to say the visuals of the game is absolutely gorgeous. All the environments, all the things that you are going through, the dungeons, the forests, the mines, the snowy mountains, everything looked really good and it's just, nice to look around. Big part of the game are the bosses that you will encounter. There are quite a lot of them that you will encounter in the world. There are mini bosses, there are big bosses, and you will have to learn the mechanics. You will have to get through those. If you die, you can always try again and just beat your head against the wall until you will figure out everything that you need to do and just kill them. Oh, or also you can go and farm a little bit of resources and give you edge on that side. Another thing that I really enjoyed during my playthrough, because the playthrough that I went for had like 30 hours to complete almost everything in the game, for me at least. There are still some progressions that I can do, right, that I don't have level up all my crafting stations and everything, but I finished the main story, I killed all the bosses and everything, so it's about 30 hours. I don't know for if I was quick, if I went through those bosses and I didn't have to really spend much time upon it, I don't know, but for me it was a 30-hour-ish. What I really like was the pacing of the game, right? When you're going through, you get those level ups, you are progressing the stats, you're unlocking crafting stations, you're crafting your gear, you're also going into the introduction of the new NPCs and the new environments. Metroidvania style gameplay that you will learn new ability, for example double jump, and you will be able to go back where you already been, but you will reach places that you have not been able to get to, is really good, and it's just enjoyable to go through that, find a secret, and it will just loop you around, and you will find out, oh, so this is the door that were closed all the time, and now I know where it leads. So it's kind of interesting and just get me hooked from the beginning to the end, and I think that's a good thing. Another thing that I want to mention especially, even though I mentioned it right now, is the exploration, is the thing that you are going around those places, and as I said, finding those secrets or banging your head against the door that can't be opened, and you're finding around what can be that thing that you have to do to unlock them. And when you finally found it, it's a great thing, and I feel that it is helping a lot, that approach of that Metroidvania, that you're getting those abilities, you're getting those things that are able to get you to the places that you haven't been able to. And I think it could be even more than that. You know, the exploration is always something that's just rewarding, because when you, for example, find a wall that is breakable and you will get somewhere and there is a treasure chest, you will open it and you will get a diagram for crafting station, and you are able to unlock, for example, new ring that is especially good for your build, or you will find a new weapon or an armor set, or you will find a trader that got something that is really cool that you can get. It's great. It just feels good. Just only think more of it, more of it, always a more, because it's just really good. Last but not least, I want to mention the memes that are running into the game, and some of them are really great and get me off guard. One of them, there is a guy that you will meet, I will not post for sure anything major, you will meet a guy that is telling dad jokes every time you pass around him. It's like, yeah, it's a corny as hell, but you know what, it's a nice touch. There are a lot of people that enjoy dad jokes, I am one of them, and it's just great to have something like that to stop, just listen something corny and go forward, and it's yeah, this is nice. Another time that really caught me off guard, and I have to say that it's just, oh my god, there is a quest. They will ask you to wait for 2 minutes. She's like, hey, give me 2 minutes, stay still, I will create the thing you brought me materials for. And I was waiting those 2 minutes. I was like, okay, well, what is gonna be? That's interesting. They gave their the minute timer, on the screen. But one thing that was bothering me, I was like, oh my god, don't tell me you want the real money to skip the timer. I was like, mobile, okay. But no, nothing like that happened. But it would be kind of even better if they would ask for in-game money, just the meme on that thing. But nothing like that happened. But it was even better, because after those 2 minutes that I was waiting, the NPC just told me, oh, I just wanted to see if you are able to hold for 2 minutes. By the way, just give me a moment. And it was just black out the screen, it went back, and she gave me the reward. So I think that if I would move immediately, that would skip this part. So it's just messing with me. So it was kind of nice to have something like that in the game. So overall, I enjoy my time like a lot with the game. Like the time was spent really nicely, and a few things that I was thinking about when I was running in the world was like, oh my god, I can't wait to try a different class. I want to go for the paladin, because I have something in mind to go for the paladin, but it combined with electricity, right, to go for the lightning. So that's kind of interesting to try if there is something like that. The build can be done around it. So yeah, there is a lot of things that I would love to try with this game, and I can't wait for more content, because for sure there will be a new DLC. For example, if you see this map, there is a thing in the right corner where it's kind of, and I think that will be the DLC. Maybe we will see what's going on, but I have to say we are not seeing Mandragora for the last time, and I'm super hyped for it. What I heard, there should be like New Game Plus and also Hardcore introduced in later. We have to stay put and see what they will bring us next. Now, I would love to mention a few things that was like a pinpoints of, not depression, but you know, something that could be improved upon. I would love to start with the map. The map is really a step up, because previous iterations there was like a blurry thing that you couldn't see anything. Now you can see hallways on the map. When you find the fragments of the map will clear out even more, and you will see point of interest in that map. Before it was like blurry and then you would show the map, so now it's like step beyond. You can see the hallways immediately. I think it's better, because before it was like, yeah, you see too little. But I feel that it should go even further with the map. For example, why there are things on the map that I already solved. At least give me opportunity to filter them out. There is, for example, like treasure chest, open treasure chest on the map. I don't have to see them, because now I'm in the point of the game that I finish everything and I'm looking for one thing. I got 99% map completion, and I can't find the one thing that I'm looking for. There is a lot of clutter, a lot of things around, and I just can't pinpoint where it is. And the map is huge. So one thing that I would love for them to introduce is more pins for me to mark precisely things that are on the map. For example, the jumping that you can't reach. Other thing, give me the points of interest that I found but I couldn't interact with. It would help so much. If in the end, if you almost at the end of the game, you would find some kind of item or something. I don't know where exactly the progression point should be, but you would see on the map of those regions if you have everything. For example, there will be like 8 or 7 out of 8 things, and it would be like treasure chest. All those small things that you can find would be like categorically segmented. So for now, I'm looking for one thing. I don't know where it is, and I spent so long to find it, and I couldn't. So by the way, I know what I'm looking for now. I figured it out because of the bestiary, but I can't find it. And it would be so much of a quality of life thing if I could scope around and just find, oh, this is a zone. This is a zone that something is missing. So I will go there and just, you know, look a little bit further in that. So that will be really nice. Another thing that is my pain point in the game is not enough abilities. And I have to say it because I play the sword and board character. I use only one ability. I had 2, but you have 2 sets. So you can use like 4 abilities, but that's not really thing that you can do. Yeah, you can't. Because if you're playing sword and board, there is a lot of abilities that you have to have. 2-handed weapon. For that to be able to use it, you have to have like a great sword or great hammer. If you want to use another abilities from the other classes, you have to have the specific offhand. So for example, if you want to have a flame abilities, you can't use the shield. You have to have the flame crystals in your offhand. So that's kind of something that I would love them to change. For example, to enhance the shield with the flame attribute for me to be able to use the flame abilities later on, or something like that. You know, just give their opportunity for me to mix match more abilities. For example, it would be better to use flame abilities with the fire crystal, because there would be something else upon that, but I could use them with the shield, or at least give me more abilities for the warrior, because it was just too little. But I am really happy with my shield charge. It was really good. Also, you can level up your abilities. I would love that scene expanded. More variety, more things that you can pick, or A or B. One of them will give more damage, the other one will more, I don't know, stunning, for example. Some decisions in that leveling up of the abilities would be really good. Also, you can use runes to enhance your equipment, but for now, you can use it only on your weapon, a hat, and chest piece. You can't use it for the cloak, you can't use it for the pants, and you can't use it for the gloves, and also off hat. I would love this to be enhanced. You know, more those runes inserted in my build would just make me more happy. But I think that's something that can come with with the DLC, and I think it surely will do that. Last but not least, something that I care about, but it's not the pain point that will be like, this game trash, is the visual progression of the crafters. You will find 7 NPCs that you can craft with. Each of them got different things to offer you. You can have 2 upgrading paths. You are upgrading the level, which will allow you to make difficult schematics crafted, and also you can upgrade the merchant himself. For example, it will have lower prices, it will give you like more benefits, you will find more of the resources and stuff. I would love that to be a visual progression. When you upgrade the card, it will change, it will enhance something, it will add something, you know, that the camp, it will just grow, you know. At the beginning there is nothing, there's just a small tent and nothing, and when you upgrade it, it's got bigger, it got card now. That would be just great. But I understand it's just about money and the time that they need to put it in. Maybe it's not worth it. It's better to have a new boss, for example, right? It's better to have part of the bigger map or more weapons to use. So this is not really great for allocating resources, but it will be just great. You know, it's just the one small thing that it's making it better, even though it's not really making it better, if you understand what I mean. So I was positively surprised by this game. I was looking for this game like for 3 years now, because I backed it back in Kickstarter when it was released on the Kickstarter. I was playing the first preview, second preview, and now I completed the game. I am really glad that I played through it, because it's really good. It's just, there are not many mistakes, there are not many bugs. Yeah, the game crashed on me like 2 times, that's right, but the saving spots or the progression was never like, you know, I lost like a minute by the game crashing. I can say that there's not many bugs in the game, and I feel the game is super polished. So give it a go. I think it's really worth it, and I am super hyped for more content for this game, because I feel the more things they will add, the better the game will be. So yeah, that's all. Thank you very much. If you want to let me know what you think about the game, if you're like thinking about getting yourself, or have you seen it, let me know down below in the comment section what do you think, because I'm interested to know if I'm only one who's enjoying it or what. If you want to see my playthrough like those 25 hours or whatever, you can find link in the description. I played through all of that on the stream. Yeah, that will do it for today. Thank you very much. Check out more games on the screen, and I will see you all next time. Bye.